All right, welcome back to Y'all Stars 2024. Thank you for tuning in on our Twitch feed. Broadcast brought to you courtesy of Thin Mint Media. Thank you very much. Our next games will be our first game in our open division.
Thank you so much. And we are going to be seeing on the track B-Side taking on Team Florida in Game 15 of the Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown tournament here in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
That's right. I am P. Armageddon.
And I am Nikki Turkey's Abby.
And we're going to go ahead and give you our rosters right now for our teams coming up here, B-Side. I will start off with them. Starting off 0260, that is Spin Diesel. 07 is Jackie Daniels. 123 Diamond. 13 is Stretch Armstrong. 18 is Miss T Maven. 22 is Scara to Death. 221 is Yeti. 23 Afro Jamarai. 30 is Alex Storm. 32 is Ice Cole. 36 is Lenzo. 55 is Blint. 57 Monster Jam. 70 Doc Flatliner. 725 is Sparky. Number 9 is Brawler. And number 904 is Aaron Go Brawl. And Team Florida, 107 Reverse Cowgirl. 117 Disaster Chief. 1224 is Dill Pickle. 1676 is Lemonade. 17 Just Business. 21 Coco Fry. 24 is Bourbon. 3 Abby Normal. 313 is Sinner. 404 is Control Alt Defeat. 5 is Category 5. 51 Scrap. 62 is Fancy. 7 is Michigangster. 777 is Lil Last Kicker. And number 831 is S.H. Long. Quick read of our officials for this game, just to keep you caught up there. Our head NSO for this game is going to be Texas Tornado, joined by Chemical Restraint, Rose Lambeau, Penny Painful, Susan B. Blasphemy, Identity Crisis, Fun Police, Malasuerte, and Fox 40.
And we have some more officials here joining us here. We're going to have Mad Jack Churchkill, Ref Wisen, You Know I Know You Know, I Shove Lucy, Shrimp and Roll, Jekyll and Slides, Nomad, and Breadpool. You're going to be seeing them on the skates here.
All right, we're going to get lined up in a second. We got a few seconds to go officially till Derby.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Again, this is our first open division game of the tournament. We have one more following us after this, which will be Trans-Rollers United versus Chicago. And then our next game after that, our last game of the day, will be a juniors game between Mars Junior Roller Derby and our host league, Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors.
Those are going to be some really fun and exciting games coming up for us, too.
Yes, indeed, Nikki. We're going to get lined up here to get going for our first jam.
We'd be able to take this through that for a second. I was bad and didn't do my homework, so I'm filling out some last-minute answers.
No problem.
Thank you.
5-second call, and here we go. Jam number 1 off and rolling. Miss T Maven taking the star for B-side. Dill Pickle will be jamming for Florida, and Miss T Maven through the pack pretty quickly right off the jump there, and we'll pick lead jammer. Pack still in turn 1 area. Miss T Maven now looking for points on the pass. Tries to go inside. Now to the outside. Great blocking here, though, by Team Florida, pushing Miss T Maven out to the outfield. Going to force the reset.
Ooh, beautiful spin move there by Miss T Maven to finally make her way out of the pack here. Dill Pickle in a bit of a pickle still in the pack there. Pickle pack. Pickle pack. Unfortunately being picked to pickle on back there. Oh, no, there has been a star pass now on the side of Team Florida, too.
Bourbon, yes. Bourbon is now the jammer for Florida.
Do you think you can pickle a pickle in bourbon?
Probably. That'd be an interesting taste.
It would be. I'll ask Miss T Maven next time she has time to stop by, but she's way too busy right now.
Way too busy running around there picking up points for B-side.
Yeah, doesn't have time to chat about bourbon pickles, but I bet Bourbon would like to have that discussion because Bourbon is now also in a pickle here.
Ah, see, I see what you did there.
That was such a long shot. But both teams doing really well on holding down defense. If you're able to hold Miss T Maven for a second, you know you're doing everything right.
Right. Maven calls off the jam, picks up 12 points for B-side, first points of the game. Florida still not on the board yet, heading into jam number 2.
This is also the first full-length game that we are having here in the tournament. For those of you who are just tuning in, congratulations. For everyone else, they've been wanting more and more and more derby. The games have been too competitive and the halves have been too short, they say.
So now we're on regular time, and now we have official, I guess if you want to call it official derby time. That is what we're doing right now. Jam number 2 off and rolling. Alex Storm is the jammer for B-side. Sinner is the Florida jammer.
Oh, let's going to see. Sinner's going to come out on top here as lead jammer status. That's almost a holy grail there. Not really something you want when you're sinning, but ooh, really good run up there from Alex Storm to absolutely burst out of the pack. He got a good amount of speed there, but Sinner with a really gorgeous apex jump, managing to land very, very neatly on the inside there, picking up more points. Oh, speaking of apex jumps.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
Oh, this is what we're going to be seeing as this tournament continues. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see 2 apex jumps? Let me give you 4.
Right.
Excuse me.
So that jam ends 4-4 for each team. B-side now up 16-4. Florida with their first points of the game.
EB07734 wants to know who's on the call right now. It is, as Cajun Mama of 2 says, it's P. Armageddon.
That's me.
And I am Nikki Tricky Savvy, and this is
an official timeout. Brought to you by our friends at
888.
888, yeah. I'm looking for my read about 888.
Well, 888 is the makers of the certified Sweat Saver helmet, which has been tested in the best facilities and by the best athletes in roller derby, in park skating, in vert skating, and sort of everything in between. If you have not had a chance to go check it out, go upstairs or to your local skate shop if you're on the live here, and be sure to try one on. They're very comfortable, and they will protect your head.
And we're off on our next jam. Jam 3, a little last kicker, wearing the star for Florida in the blue. B-side has Sparky.
Just a big jumble of human beings right now on the pack, just trying their best here. Doing a really good job, even though everyone is so scattered, still trying to hold tight. A true testament to everyone's blocking abilities here, because the jammers are forcing everyone apart in every direction.
Sparky getting knocked to the outside of a penalty. He's going to have to. No, a penalty was picked up there by Sparky. Did not see the call, but regardless, now a power jam for Florida.
Forearm there was the call. Ooh.
Big hit there in the front of the pack. 13 for B-side. Land the lick. Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, she was a little too slow to get up there.
So they're going to go ahead and call the jam off.
Yes. She's now up and moving, which is good, but it is always better to operate with caution.
Yes.
You never know. Someone might get up, and then 1 second later, the pain hits you.
Best to just call it and just to start over again.
Absolutely agree. And somebody in the chat was also mildly confused. They thought there was a skater called Bourbon Pickles. I was making a really bad joke.
Now we've created a skater named Bourbon Pickle now.
Sorry, no. It is Dill Pickle and Bourbon, two separate skaters. Sorry, everyone. Tear 'em Up says, let's go B-side. Taking a little bit of a timeout here, as we were saying, sometimes the pain hits you a little late. Our skater is being assessed by our medics. Thank you to our medical team.
Just a reminder, after this game, our next game will be our second open division game of the weekend.
That's going to be Trans Rollers United going up against
Chicago.
Thank you.
And then to round us out here on day 2, we're going to have our first juniors game of the weekend as Mars Junior Roller Derby. We're taking on our host league again, Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors.
Applause for our skater up and moving back to the bench. We were all very, very excited to see that little last kicker is getting up, and that jam was not the end at all. Wonderful to see her up and moving.
Yes.
I'm excited to see the skaters today. For anyone who doesn't know, MARS is Maryland Area Roller Skaters, so that's a team from Maryland.
And of course, Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors from up the road here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana is our host league this year, so we're very happy for them to be skating. And that'll be our first of a few, I think, of 3 different juniors games throughout the weekend.
I don't know if you're new to roller derby, this may be a new name to you, but it is not a new name to roller derby. Jackie Daniels out there skating for B-side roller derby, a true legacy skater who has not been around for a little bit, but if you've seen the movie Whip It, she was in that by name. If you know anything, that is a great skater. But speaking of skaters by name, Sinner, beautiful toe stop work to get out there.
Sinner is right up against the front of the pack there, trying to bump through. Oh, meanwhile, on the inside, we have a star pass by B-side. Sparky hands off the star to Yeti.
And Yeti is coming around trying to grab some points, but we see Sinner saying, falling off the jam there, being able to pick up all 4 points for, excuse me, Team Florida. B-side held scoreless in this jam, bringing this to a 5-point game with 16 to B-side and 11 to Florida.
A good evenly matched game so far, hitting on our 5th jam here.
being this close to the bench is cool because you get these sort of ambient chatter.
You hear a little bit of discussion of gameplay and strategy.
Okay.
Big bump there. That is Brawler Dean, and an amazing jammer there getting for B-side during this tournament. Busted through the pack there for lead jammer.
Dill Pickle is the jammer for Florida, unable to escape so far, but this is the skater, this is one of the two skaters whose names we combined. Dill Pickle is the jammer currently. Has the star in hand, so might be looking for a handoff. Oh, looks like it did happen now.
And Brawler did pick up a penalty there on contact in turn 2, so we're going to have a power jam now for Team Florida.
And the star has been passed over to Bourbon, the other half of the skater I accidentally created, who is now the jammer of record, being drawn back all the way into turn 2. That's a pretty far drawback here. Probably about 18 or so seconds left on this power jam here. A really good opportunity for Florida if they're able to capitalize, but Brawladine just popped up in that penalty box.
And Bourbon took a spill there, trying to get through the pack there, heading into turn 3. Going to have to reset.
Brawladine is now out of the pack and attempting to find her way out of the box, and now attempting to find her way back through this pack again.
Brawler, very physical jammer. A lot of people in the area know Brawler. She skated with Team Louisiana a lot. She's based here out of Red Stick and Baton Rouge. Very, very physical jammer. She was very impressive in last year's All-Stars, and once again now skating for B-side this year.
Showing off the beast in that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Last year I was making the joke that she was sliding through like butter, but this isn't exactly sliding through like butter. This is just brawling your way through. Literally that. Oh my goodness. Another drawback here on Bourbon. All the way back into turn 2. Brawladine back in, having already put up 8 points so far in this jam, looking to complete that third scoring pass.
And does.
Yep, there was just one more to beat from Florida, was able to do so. 12 points so far to B-side.
And Bourbon's still kind of mired back there behind the B-side wall. Brawler now looking for another pass, goes inside, outside, clears it for the 4 points.
Basically no resistance whatsoever even there.
And that'll be the end of that jam. It's like a 16-point jam there for B-side for Brawladine. That'll bring them at 32, Florida at 11. Still early on in the game, though, 22 minutes, 52 seconds. Remember, we're back to full time now, our full actual regulation 30-minute halves now for the rest of the tournament.
Exactly. All right, we see Misty Maven on the line for B-side roller derby, taking very good track of Abby Normal, whose derby name I love and will never not love. Young Frankenstein's such a good movie, you guys. Abby Normal. Trying to find her way to the outside here, but instead finding, I think that is Ice Cold dragging her back. But Misty Maven found lead jammer status once again and is in looking for points.
Maven now tied up in the back behind the Florida wall. Meanwhile, Abby Normal tied up against that front beast side wall. But nice jump through there from Misty Maven, picking up 4 points.
Disaster Chief was doing some really good one-on-one blocking there with Misty Maven for a second. Meanwhile, Abby Normal still trying to complete the initial pass, near here by the pivot line. Got around, I believe that is Brawladine now, but tangling with the remaining trio of B-side. Oh, one toe stop out of bounds. Gonna have to recycle way back. Ooh.
Air Maven stuck the landing. Full 4 points.
It was beautiful work there. I believe that is now some one-on-one blocking with Doc Frank, a flatliner there, really working over Abby Normal, who I do believe has, now she has star in hand.
Low block penalty assessed there to Florida. That is on Fancy. So
Fancy's going to go take a fancy little stay in the Hampton Inn Suites penalty box for a second while we see Misty Maven fight her way through for another scoring pass. 16 points put up so far. Oh no, it was a
multiplayer block.
A weird penalty to get for a jammer. We've seen a few of those so far, and I'm going to, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say it's when they're taking those big jersey whips.
Jersey whips, usually the case, yeah. So now we got a power jam again for Florida. Coco Fry now with the star.
Ooh, impressively massive hit from Coco Fry there.
Coco once again trying to get that, but B-side framing up that wall nicely, but one in front to kind of help. Coco just kind of assess the situation, getting a little bit of help there to try to break up the wall. Courtesy of Fancy, who is back out into the fray. And that jam's over. 12 points for B-side.
About 10 minutes have passed here in this first half. And already a very exciting, very physical game.
I want to thank one of our great sponsors here this weekend, Lamar Advertising Company of Houma. They do a lot of great outdoor advertising. If you're in the area or looking to advertise in the Houma Thibodeau area, you can look up Lamar Advertising of Houma. They will help you with all of your outdoor advertising needs.
Looks like we're going to have Alex Storm on the line again for B-side, and that's going to be Sinner again for Team Florida.
Sinner trying to go to the outside. Alex, meanwhile, rode a line on the inside, got a little bit of help there, and just skated right on through, but both jammers are out.
Very close to each other. We can see that Sinner was in danger and did lap Alex Storm there for a second, so decided to call the jam off. 0-0 jam. Sometimes you just do.
It's easier to do that and just say, we'll just start over.
Exactly.
We have a stoppage, a team timeout going to be called, I believe, by Florida.
And a 888 timeout.
That'll freeze our game clock at 19 minutes and 33 seconds. Score now 48-11, B-side over Team Florida. Again, our first open division game here of the weekend at the All-Stars 2024. We'll have a few more of these over the next couple of days. And our first juniors game will be our last game today. That'll be in a couple of games from now as Mars Junior Roller Derby taking on our host league, Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors.
Don't they also play the first game? Either Red Stick or Mars plays
I
like the first game tomorrow?
I believe Mars plays Conroe first game tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, so
as we keep saying, though, they're juniors. They have the energy.
Right.
If anyone does, it's them.
Oh, yeah. And juniors games are so much fun to watch. If you've never watched a junior derby, especially at this level, you're in for a treat.
Oh, it's great. It's different, but it's awesome.
It is. Yeah, it's the future of roller derby. All I can say, I love watching the future of roller derby come up, and soon you'll be hopefully seeing a lot of those junior skaters when they age up, skating with the adult leagues and doing wonderful things. So we're going to line up here for our jam number 8 of our first period coming up shortly. Looks like Sparky will be wearing the star for B-side. Sparky, also a local skater here, skates with Red Stick Roller Derby in Baton Rouge as well, but suiting up for B-side this weekend.
Excuse me. There we go. There's that rolling whistle.
And that is Dill Pickle with the star for Florida. Off we go. Both jammers try to occupy the same space. Not really going to work that way. Dill Pickle to the inside.
Sparky trying to find the outside, but really just finding a whole bunch of people in her way there.
And the opposite color jersey, which is not good.
No, not really. Even with the help there from Monster Jam.
Right. Now Sparky to the front, and then another big help there from Monster Jam trying to break up that Team Florida defense. Does a good job, though. Sparky is through and lead.
Oh, no, and it's a power jam as Dill Pickle has been assessed I don't actually know what that hand signal
I didn't see the signal.
I think it was a back block.
Okay. Well, regardless, we have a penalty from the Florida skater, so power jam now. Sparky is through, picking up 4 points.
Mary Chaos wants to know who is number 24, and that is going to be Bourbon playing for Team Florida here. But, Sparky coming in again, tangling with Team Florida and able to separate them to get through for another 4 points picked up by Florida. 8 so far in this jam with B-side score now sitting at 56.
Florida going to lay back a little bit, play a little passive O, and let Sparky jump through on her own to pick up another 4.
Dill Pickle now back on the track, having been released from the penalty box. Power jam over, but Dill Pickle still does need to complete that initial pass.
Trying to furiously on that inside lane. One block of the beat for Dill Pickle. Oh, takes a spill to the inside, but quickly right back up. Meanwhile, in the back, Sparky still looking for more points. Coming up on that back Team Florida wall.
Ooh, really impressive blocking there. Going 1 for 1.
Look at that.
With Spin Diesel.
Yep.
Wow, Sparky getting tired before either Spin or Dill did and deciding to call it off.
That was great blocking up front, though. By Spin Diesel to keep Dill from getting around. Just like I said, great one-on-one blocking up there. 15-point jam for B-side gives them now 63. Florida still sitting at 11. We're at 17 minutes and 41 seconds to go in our first half.
There's a 5-second call. Our blockers, because they're all up the pivot line, that would explain why you can't see them. There they come in from right.
Now we're here, all here together.
Rala Dean going to blows with Team Florida up at the front, but equally as intense. Oh, forearm on Sinner, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Center's out into the Hampton Inn & Suites penalty box. Power Jam for B-side, and now Lead Jam are going to go to Brawler.
Yeah, and Brawler now with 30 seconds to take advantage of all that time.
And B-side has to rush the pack. Brawler trying to go around the inside, gets denied. Now tries to go outside, finds an mostly open lane, still completes the pass for 4 points.
Getting some offense there from the B-side blockers, but the Team Florida blockers doing a really good job at avoiding them, so it wasn't as easy as they wanted it to be, even with the GOAT. Ooh, well done.
Well done by Brawler on the outside, keeping that balance out there for picking up another 4-point pass.
Now we see Sinner back.
Everybody congeal pack outside of turn 2, now spreading out a little bit.
Sinner thought she had the outside line, but did take a last-second hit there and has to recycle back into turn 2.
Brawler still at the front of the pack now, working up against Disaster Chief. And now he joined a couple of Florida blockers helping out there, but trying to cinch down on Brawler. But Brawler, dancing on the outside line, using those toe stops. 4 points and call it.
Well done there.
Looks like we have a team timeout being called, I believe.
Looks like it.
I saw the hand signal go up for a team timeout, but maybe not.
Maybe they changed their mind?
Maybe they did.
Or want to wait a few more seconds?
We'll see. Doesn't look like it. Everybody's lined up and ready to go, so I tend to go with what's sitting on the track right now in front of me.
Fair enough. Who's on the track?
That looks like Misty Maven with the star once again for B-side.
And for Team Florida, it looks like we're going to have Abby Normal.
Yes.
Oh.
Man, wow, Misty Maven, nice pirouette through the inside line in the pack there and broke on through for Lead Jammer.
Spinning around with a beautiful move there. Abby Normal still fighting B-side. Ooh, big shove out of bounds, but unfortunately going to pick up a penalty for their efforts. That is...
That's Yeti, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. That is Yeti. Yeti or not, here she came. Here they came, there they came. But now we see Misty Maven escaping with some points on behalf of B-side.
Nice reset back by Spin Diesel, bringing Abby Normal back behind the jam line. And now Misty Maven going to get a reset too.
Was trying to get the hips around Just Business there, but Just Business was just faster.
We have a star pass now for Florida. Bourbon is now going to be the new jammer.
Yes, very wise choice on behalf of Abby Normal. Sometimes you get to be done fighting, but that is not the case for Misty Maven, because Misty Maven is still going to have to fight the good fight.
Working on an 8-point jam as we skate for Misty Maven. Looking for more now. Goes around the outside. Nicely done. Hops the inside. Completes the pass for 4.
You see Bourbon's here calling out to her offense like, help! Unfortunately, B-side made up their mind. They were going to, they just like them so much.
Yeah, they want to hang out for a while. They don't want to go anywhere.
No.
We just want to spend time with you, that's all.
Yeah, isn't that the whole point of roller derby?
Right,
You come together and hang with your friends.
It's fellowship and community and funness. 87-11 B-side over Florida after that 12-point jam for B-side. It's like our jammer matchup here for B-side. They're going to send out Alex Storm, and Dill Pickle will counter for Team Florida.
I think I've seen these two go up against each other before, but I can't remember exactly who came out on top each time. Ooh, you see those very powerful whips taking place.
This time looks like Alex Storm's going to take it, get lead for B-side.
Florida blocker receiving cut track penalty here, and Dill Pickle with star in hand, either looking for a way out or two. Oh no, one toe stop out of line, going to force that recycle.
Nice hop, Alex Storm trying to keep balance on the outside, but just can't quite stay in bounds.
Oh, big hit there by Flying on feet there, knocking them off of their feet.
And Alex Storm is through. Have a star pass for Florida. Coco Fry taking over as jammer.
Alex Storm has escaped with 4 points, but now both jammers eligible to score, and Alex Storm deciding that they're done. He calls off the jam for 4 points in favor of B-side, bringing them within the century mark at 91 points.
Still 13 minutes to go here. Remember, we're back to playing full-time derby here at Yellow Stars for the remainder of the weekend.
We are back into the formula you understand.
Everybody's like, why are the games so short? Why were only 5 penalties to foul out? Because we had a lot of games to get through, so we decided we're going to shorten them up a little bit to get to where we are now. So now, again, full-fledged 30-minute halves.
Yes, and I think that people would have preferred having more games, but I think that Sparky probably appreciates having lead jammers.
I think Sparky does very much so, yes.
I think so. S.H. Long getting caught up by the one and only Jackie Daniels and drawn back to the jammer line, giving Sparky time to get in and out of the pack, shrugging off a hit from Just Business as she does.
Sparky through for 4 now, and SH Long still looking to get around in the back of that pack. Tries to go outside, takes a spill in turn 1, but quickly back up on the wheels.
Was able to stay in bounds, though. Sparky coming in, and for 1 second there getting stopped by Florida's blockers, but able to shrug them out of the way.
SH Long back spins through a little bit, almost keeps it in bounds. We're going to have to reset, so she will go all the way back into turn 1 entrance.
Oh, that is the long, the way drawback.
And that jam's going to be done. Sparky's going to skate away with
12 points total.
Points. Yes, and looks like, yep, that's it. So 11 still for Team Florida. B-side now over the century mark, 103. The winner of this game will move on tomorrow to play in the, I think tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Sunday? I have to look at my schedule for the open division winners bracket game. The non-winner will, I think, play again tomorrow against the non-winner of the next game, which is Trans-Village United against Chicago.
Yes. Oh, right now, Brawla, Dean, and Sinner out of the pack, but Brawla with lead, Sinner on her tail.
Wow. Sinner is hot on Brawla's wheels. They are trying to get back to that pack. Fast pack action.
Oh my gosh. Coming into the turn on one skate to get the actual edge on Brawla, Dean is Sinner.
And that's going to get called off, so the jammer race ends up in a nothing tie.
I really, really hope that was visible on the stream. I was watching live.
I have to look at our buddy Finman and see if he can keep up with all that. That was a fast pack.
It was a super fast pack. But if you weren't able to see it, or you're looking down, what happened was that Brawla Dean was occupying that coveted diamond spot, but by lifting 1 foot to take that inside line, Sinner was able to cut her off just enough to get in front.
It's all about physics.
Exactly. We'll ask Misty Maven and Dill Pickle about that too.
Yeah,
I'm making sure that everyone is aware that everyone I designate is an expert in what I say they're experts in.
I agree.
Cool.
And we have an expert lead jammer out there in Misty Maven.
Always an expert in lead jammer status. Oh, I like the backwards hippity hoppy there by Spin Diesel to show, yes, I am dragging you back. What of it?
Misty Maven out to the front of the pack. Florida trying to wall up. I see Bourbon there. I see Michigan Gangster.
Ooh, thought they had the run back here. Bourbon with the pivot stripe, looking to see if she's going to be able to help her jammer here. But Dill Pickle was being held on tightly by B-side, getting a little bit of momentum here as we see the return of Maven to the pack.
You see how fast B-side quickly getting back into the front of that pack, trying to shut it down for Dill Pickle.
Very, very quick. All of them on an individual level, which makes them a very powerful team.
So Misty Maven now working on an 8-point jam. As soon as I say that, now working on a 12-point jam. I wasn't fast enough with my words.
I mean, sometimes Misty Maven is faster than you speak. It's me all the time.
Yeah. 12-point jam there, as we said. B-side now at 1:15. Florida still at 11. 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go till our halftime.
Indeed. Even though the score is very disparate right now, it has been an exciting game. You see Florida doing a really good job of trying to reform and shut and lock down their defense as best as they can against these extremely difficult jammers.
Yeah, Florida's jammer contingent as well, very adept, very, very agile. We've seen some great jammer matchups here as we go along in this game, and we have another one right here. It's Alex Storm. For the first time today for Florida, though, it's Control-Alt-Defeat. Alex Storm will get through, though, and take lead.
Control-Alt-Defeat still trying to get through the pack, able to stay on the toe stops in bounds. And oh my goodness, a jump on the straightaway with a twist oh wow.
Contact in the middle of that pack. Alex Storm is through, gonna call it after Feet was trying to get up there to get some points, but not able to do so. 4 points for B-side.
Incredible work there still by
Florida.
Control-Alt-Defeat there. Beautiful footwork.
Yes.
Super beautiful footwork. Too bad they were in the race for lead jammer defeated.
Oh, the agony of defeat. I'll be here all weekend, folks.
Yeah, so will I. You're welcome.
Off we go here for our next jam, Jam 16. That is Sparky with the star for B-side. Abby Normal jamming for Florida. Sparky out front in lead quickly.
That was a huge hit there from Yeti on Abby Normal here. Sparky back into going up against that Florida tripod in the front, but spinning on those toe stops, staying bound.
Meanwhile, Sparky up front breaks through to the scoring side, picking up 4 points.
Abby Normal still fighting the good fight, trying to get around B-side, who keeps just breaking up and morphing back together like a wall of water.
I have to call that amoeba packing, when you split up and combine, and split up and combine.
Exactly, but Sparky noticed that too. Star pass on the side of Florida completed from Abby Normal to Lemonator, who is now holding Star in his hand, trying to find a way through, as Sparky has come back in and is trying to pick up a few more points. I'm sorry, guys.
Lemonade knocked to the inside. Gonna have to reset all the way back in turn 4. Big hit there. Sparky gonna have to reset as well.
Ooh, big drop back there on Sparky.
Yeah.
Lemonade, meanwhile, pushing really hard. This looks like an intense body sled workout.
Sparky able to scoot through on the outside amidst all that, picking up 4 points and decides to call off the jam.
12-point jam there in favor of B-side as we're heading into the final 6.5 minutes of the first half of this game.
It's like Team Florida will send out number 313 center to jam. And that is going to be Brawler once again with the star for B-side.
And the very, very nice curly hair. Very nice Prickdale. 5-second call, everyone having a little bit of a friendly chit-chat there.
And now comes the derby.
Exactly. Brawler is brawling, and Sinner is attempting to sin.
Sinned a little bit there, went out of bounds and had to reset quickly, but
realized it.
Right, and Brawler quickly out to the front, was able to get out front, but not cleanly. Looks like a track cut call, assessed to Brawler. So that's going to be a power jam for Sinner and Team Florida.
So you could see Sinner thinking about taking off that star, but noticing that it was Brawler going to the box, keeping it on because lead is still open. We'll see what Florida's going to be able to spring Sinner here. Some forward momentum, but B-side, as we were saying, amoeba packing right up to the front to get ready to hold them. Oh, they missed catching up to Diamond, who's going to be able to get that run back here on Sinner.
Sinner all the way back behind the pivot line now, between the jam and pivot lines, trying to get back in with a little smile on her face for a second. They're like, oh, you got me. Okay, let's try this again. And now on the outside, Sinner does find some egress, gets through for our lead jammer, and immediately went to call it, but decided, I guess, not to.
Well, I think that they just realized that Brawler has now only completed the initial pass. They were not on a scoring pass.
Let's get some points there for Florida, right? So there you go. To the inside, Sinner now going to call it off.
Yeah, sees that someone's coming up right hot on their tail, calling the jam off. Unsure if I have... Oh, there we go. 2 points picked up by Florida to bring their score up to 13.
First points for Florida in a little bit, so 131 to 13. A nice number of mixes of ones and threes there. Heading into jam number 18 here of our first period. 4 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock.
If you put the scores together, 1-3-1-3-1, it's a palindrome.
It's drink now. You made me drink. I'll consider that a palindrome.
Oh, okay.
I'll allow it.
Yay. Just so we're going to allow Control Alt feet back on the line, and we're going to see the return of Misty Maven, of course, picking up the jammer status for B-side. Big hit, going to force Feet out of bounds, but Feet also very quick on their feet to get back in.
Feet trying to stay on those toe stops, couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Meanwhile, we did have a scoring pass there for Misty Maven.
Ooh, corrected there, almost came in illegally, realized she was wrong and decided to do it legally. Very wise decision there. Star in hand as the pivot's busy. SH Long is a little bit busy trying to hold on to Maven, who's now in and looking for points.
Feet up there, takes a shrug off to the back, courtesy of Monster Jam.
Oh, another big drawback on our jammer here, who looks a little bit, not to be punny, defeated there. Those are some pretty big hits that they are taking.
Yeah, well, Monster Jam, as most people know in the derby community, if you know Monster Jam, heavy hitter.
Monster hits.
Yes, monster hits from Monster Jam.
Yep, and Maven, of course, is nothing to sneeze at either. See here, picking up so far 12 points on behalf of B-side, now 16 and calling it off. We are getting into the final 3 minutes of this first half here with B-side leading the charge with 147 points. Florida behind with 13, but still putting on very good efforts. And I didn't compliment the jammers last time we discussed this. Every single time they get back out there, they're acting like it's their first jam.
Right. We've been talking about it all game. The jammer lineups for both of these teams are both extremely impressive. So, I mean, you have great matchups there every single time.
Cajun Mama of 2 wants to let us know that ibophobia is the fear of palindromes, and it itself is also a palindrome.
I have no fear of palindromes.
I can see that. But Alex Storm and Abby Normal jamming again. It's going to be Alex Storm triumphing this time with lead for B-side. Abby Normal here really trying to shove apart that tripod of B-side blockers at the front, but they will not be stopped, and neither will Alex Storm.
Three for the pack for 4 points. Abby Normal still working in the middle there, trying to find a little bit of a way around, but B-side just really shutting the door at every angle. And Alex Storm again on the inside. One blocker to beat, does get around Disaster Chief and picks up 4 points.
Nicely done there for Alex Storm for an 8-point jam so far. Abby Normal is still fighting the very good fight there. I'm not on the house feed, so I'm allowed to say this. I would encourage her to take off that star and hand it over.
There comes a point where you feel like, yeah, let's just try something different.
Yeah, we got to do something new.
But you got to keep on going, and we still got a game to go here. Minute 46 to go in our first half. B-side 159, Florida 13. Looks like Sparky will be taking the star again for B-side, and that is Dill Pickle, I believe, again with the star for Team Florida. Florida.
I remember because Dill Pickle has the drawn-on mustache.
There you go.
And I turned them into a different skater earlier today. Dill Pickle fighting, Sparky fighting, but Sparky coming out on top with lead once again for B-side. Looking for some offense is Dill Pickle, but before she can take the offense, B-side moving to fill it. Oh, wow.
Dill just tangled up there with that B-side. If it's trying to get some help now from Bourbon.
Really good effort there from, I believe that was SH Long to dodge B-side's pack and try to play some defense on Sparky, but Sparky was a little bit too fast. Meanwhile, Spin Doctor was just a little too fast for Dill Pickle.
Sparky tried to make it through on the inside, didn't quite keep it in bounds. Going to reset and try it again. But Florida up there to meet Sparky. And I see a forearm penalty being assessed in the pack to, looks like Bourbon.
Oh, a penalty was assessed to SH Long. There was a little bit of confusion over the status of the jammer thing, but Dill Pickle is still the jammer, so now we see the cap back on the head.
And
wow.
Sparky keeping those feet moving all the way through, kind of hopped it for a second, but completed that pass for 4 points, working on our 12-point jam now.
I heard another penalty whistle being blown, but I don't see anyone heading to that Hampton Inn & Suites penalty box. What I do see is Dill Pickle finally making the escape. Well done for that initial pass. 1 minute and 15 seconds into the jam.
And looks like we will maybe not have another jam. We are now at halftime. Your halftime score here in our first Open Division game of the weekend. B-side 175, Team Florida 13. Very exciting, fun first half, Nikki.
Exciting, fun first half indeed. I'm excited for the next very fun and exciting second half.
Exactly. So we will go ahead and step aside for a second and let you talk amongst yourselves at home. Thank you once again for tuning in to our broadcast coverage of the All-Stars 2024. We'll be back with our second half of our first Open Division game of the weekend in a little bit. So come back in a minute. We'll be here.
See ya. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Requested earlier, people were wanting to hear the full land acknowledgement that has been posted by the All-Star Southern Skate Showdown here in Thibodaux, Louisiana. I have managed to get a print copy of it, and we're going to have them spread out, and I think that we're going to hope to read them, if not at every game, at least maybe every other game when we have time, because these have been fast games. So here's the full land acknowledgement. Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors and the All-Star Southern Skate Showdown team would like to acknowledge and pay tribute to the indigenous history of Thibodaux, Louisiana, as part of our responsibility to acknowledge, honor, and affirm indigenous culture, history, and experiences. This tournament is taking place on the occupied ancestral land of the Chitimacha and Homa people, and we would like to recognize the communities native to this region. This includes the Caddo Adai Indians of Louisiana, Biloxi Chitimacha Confederation, Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana, Choctaw Nation, Coushatta Tribe, Four Winds Cherokee Tribe, Muskogee Creek, Puente Chien Tribe, Juniki Biloxi Tribe, United Homa Nation, and others whose memories may have been erased by violence, displacement, migration, and settlement. We recognize the history of forced relocation by the United States government of many First American nations from their tribal homelands to our region in the late 18th century and throughout the 19th century.
Thank you very much for reading that, Nikki.
Thank you to the Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors and the All-Star Southern Showdown for not only writing it out, but making sure to make it public.
Yes. We are going to come back in now. We're about a minute to go to our second half of our first Open Division game here of the weekend at Y'all Stars. B-side coming into the second half with a 175-13 lead over Team Florida.
But even though the lead is pretty intense, it's not in any way acknowledging how intense the game has been.
The action has been, if you've been watching the first half, the action was great. And you've seen a lot of really good competitive action between these two teams. Very good defense, very good jammer work, very good teamwork. It's been very good. Mm-hmm. Points being what they are. The action on the track doesn't always match up with what you see maybe on the scoreboard, but the first half was really fun to watch. I think the second half will be equally as fun, if not more.
I just now remembered that calling one of Team Florida's games last year is where I made one of the worst derby puns I've ever made.
Oh, can you make it again? I want to hear it.
I tried. But it was happening during a jam. Someone was doing a really good job. Mm-hmm. And Florida is known for their oranges, not for their cows. So I don't think they drink their milk for calcium down there. I think they drink orange juice for calcium down there. So after a particularly audacious jammer move, I think I remember yelling out, "Drop it, can you believe it?" There was context, which is why I couldn't just throw it out again.
Yeah, exactly. You have to give it a little bit of context before you bring it out there.
A little bit.
It's still good, though. I liked it.
Yes, but if any point in time announcers hear Florida play, you can throw that one in there. Just like they throw Sinner in for jam.
And Ice Cold going to be jamming for the first time today for B-side, and out in front for lead jammer is Ice Cold.
Sinner still being stuck up in that pack there. B-side relentlessly reforming in front of here, but Ice Cold coming and juking and dipping and almost finding an untouched way out of the pack, but a bump sending him to the outside.
And a drawback on Sinner. Oh, no, a penalty on Sinner. I'm sorry, forearm is the call. So a power jam for B-side.
Kind of almost the last thing that Florida needs at the moment, but B-side decides to call it off to start with a power start.
I want to thank one of our awesome sponsors, actually a few of them. Let's talk about our captain level sponsors for Y'all Stars this weekend. We have Lamar Advertising, K-Wood and Randazzo's Bakery, and our Hampton Inn and Suites who also sponsor our penalty box. So
those king cakes that the Randazzo Bakery provided,
yes,
I didn't get a piece yet because I have a sensitive stomach to sugar, but they look so good.
They are amazing. I will vouch for those. I had a piece earlier. Very delicious.
Guys, I want one. Sinner's still starting in the box, and I think she'd rather be anywhere but in there. Misty Maven, however, has found a place she likes to be, and that is in the place of the lead jam.
It is, and the pack still at the jam line awaiting Misty Maven's return to face off with them, and she's now going to the inside, getting a block, very nice block in the open air from the middle from Doc Flatliner, and able to clear the pass for 4 points.
I think that was reverse cowgirl there, trying to get that last second hit on Misty Maven, unable to completely force her out of bounds, but it was control out to feet. Very good effort there by feet.
And Maven again, going to glance off of a block to the outside, stay inbounds to keep on going for 4 points.
Sinner has been released from the penalty boxes, now out trying to complete that pass again legally this time. Maven in now looking for a third scoring pass, but instead being escorted to the out.
Oh, a multiplayer block going to be called on Misty Maven.
Again, I think it was a jersey whip that did it here. That's going to be a trend I think we're seeing. I'm wondering if anyone's going to adjust their play for that, because I have noticed jersey whips becoming much more popular.
So now we have a power jam for Team Florida. Sinner going to get reset all the way back at the jam line, way back there.
Reversal of fortune there, having one jammer out and one jammer in there. But we now see Maven standing in the penalty box, waiting her release. Sinner still fighting against that very determined blocking formation from B-side. Ooh, nice run back on the pivot there from Team Florida, seeing Maven spring out of the box.
That was Coco Fry with the run back.
Well done.
And Maven to the front, leaning on that wall of blue, and able to get around the outside to clear for 4 points.
We got a Doc Flatliner picking a penalty, going to sit in the box, and Spin Diesel going to join him in that Hampton Industries penalty box, leaving B-side down to just 2 blockers. Oh, Misty Maven bending backwards to stay in bounds, not picking up that cut track, and instead deciding to pick up another 4 points for B-side.
See, those 2 blockers left on the track were Yeti and Jackie Daniels, so it's like, it's not a bad situation to be in if you have 2 blockers out there. 2 really great ones right there in Jackie and Yeti.
Yeah, like I think they'll be okay. Someone in the chat earlier was saying that why would you ever try to outrun Freight Train? And but I have to say, I have one very compelling argument, and it is if you are not interested in being hit by Freight Train.
This is true. This is true.
Like I am, not. Ooh.
And we have Alex Storm with the star for B-side. Dill Pickle jamming once again for Florida. Florida in the blue, B-side in the red, as you can see on your own screen. And our lead jammer is going to be Alex Storm.
Ooh, but about a half a track behind. Dill Pickle was able to make a much quicker escape than normal, taking 14 seconds to get out, even with the full Team Florida pack. I mean, the depleted B-side pack. I got that backwards in my brain.
It's the other way around.
It is the other way around, but you all know what I meant. It's fine.
Yes. So Dill Pickle in the front, trying to get around a couple of blockers for B-side. They're going to get recycled all the way back into the turn 2A. Oh, might be further back than I thought. Somebody's dividing by 0. That's Spin Diesel. He tried to get it back further, but didn't quite work.
No, that foot came off the ground when he tumbled over, which allowed Dill Pickle to get back inbounds and now escape for a 4-point scoring pass for Florida. The first in
for a little bit for
while.
Florida. Yeah, for a little bit. Oh, and looks like a forearm penalty picked up by Alex Storm. That's going to give now a power jam to Dill Pickle and Team Florida.
This is exactly what they need. Hopefully they'll be able to switch completely to offense, because we also do see one of the blockers for B-side standing now in the penalty box, so they are down for
a short time, or at least 10
just
seconds.
Just a second or so.
Yeah.
But they have all 4, and just for a moment, B-side only had 3. Looks like they're choosing to hold back and hoping to allow Dill Pickle to push the pack out, but instead they get pushed out themselves by Spin Diesel.
B-side tried to bridge that pack to keep it, and Spin Diesel with a hop back there for the recycle. And Dill going way back, way back.
Alex Storm has now been released from the penalty box and is now coming back to look for more points here. And Dill Pickle has stepped back into the track.
And a penalty looks like Alex Storm going to pick up a back block. Yep.
Not very good luck here. Dill Pickle is going to finish out this jam on a power jam, and we are going to see a power start in favor of Team Florida as Alex Storm just sat down in the box with 5 seconds to go.
Dill taking a bump to the outside, and that jam, as you said, will time out naturally, so we will have a power start for Florida when we start jam number 4 of our second half in a second. Like 3 points picked up for Florida, for B-side, 4 for Florida. 8-7 jam in total in favor of Florida, gives them 25. B-side now at 2:01.
It looks like that is going to be Abby Normal on the line to take this power start, of which there are, I believe, 25 seconds left in it, or 26.
Yeah, there was a very short time between the penalty and the end of the jam. So. And now fast pack moving now is Abby Normal trying to get up there. Oh, big block and a bunk from Monster Jam. But Abby able to get to the inside, but then knocked to the infield, going to have to reset quickly.
B-side going to be losing a blocker to the box here. Oh, able to stay inbounds to pick up lead, but not able to stay inbounds to do it legally. But now a no pass, no penalty on that last blocker is going to allow Abby Normal to continue that pass as normal.
And there's Lee Jammer.
Indeed. Alex Storm is out of the penalty box. An initial pass completed. We see Abby Normal using those very, very stretchy jerseys again to try to get some points, and does so. Beautiful toe stop work to get in and pick up 4 points for Team Florida.
Pack still sitting in the turn 3 entrance. Nice spin move by Alex Storm to get through the pack to pick up 4.
These 4 points also bring a B-side up over the double century mark. Oh, it was before that. Now with 205 points for...
And track cut call, I think, going to be assessed to Abby Normal. Yep, so she will take a seat in that Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box. Power jam now for Alex Storm in B-side.
Another reversal of fortunes here is Alex Storm taking over. I heard the bench for Florida calling at her to call the jam, but unfortunately I think Abby knew that she was unable to do so because she was going to be headed to the penalty box, but Alex Storm is headed into his now 4th scoring pass, having just completed the 3rd with 12 points up on this jam.
Monster Jam backed up a little bit now. Looked like a little bit of a passive O for B-side for a second. Then it will be as Alex Storm tries to go outside, but nice block out by there, number 21, Coco Fry.
And of course that recycle almost back to the jammer line as Abby Normal is also now back on the track. This is going to go the remaining 15 seconds because both jammers had been to the penalty box, so there is no lead anymore, but Alex has now completed his 4th scoring pass. Abby Normal looking to complete her 2nd.
And Abby going to get knocked down and reset back behind Jackie Daniels. Meanwhile, Alex Storm does make another pass to the pack. Let's see about the points. It's like 3 more picked up and 2 more for Florida on that pass. 16-6 jam in total, well, 19-6 jam total, sorry, for B-side. 220 is their score. Florida now with 31, 21 minutes and 37 seconds left in our game.
Whew, exciting.
Yeah, very exciting, I know. And it looks like B-side will send Sparky out for the first time, I think, in his half. I haven't seen Sparky jam, I think, his half for B-side.
I think you're right.
So, and then it looks like they'll be countering for Florida with Sinner.
Sinner and Sparky.
Oh, Sparky taking a spill. And Sinner, meanwhile, goes through a lot of S's going on here. I'm very alliterative right now.
Many, many S's. Oh, no. It looks like...
And it looks like Lee Jammer is going to go to Sinner.
Yeah, but we're going to lose the Team Florida blocker to the box here. But both jammers out. The pack is
moving.
I didn't realize this was the Olympic speed skating event.
There we go. And that jam is going to get called off. Fist in the air in solidarity from our jam refs. No points for either team. Wait 30 seconds and come back again.
Yes, let's just try one more time. We're going to see Control Alt Defeat taking the star there for Team Florida going up against, I believe that is Ice Cold.
It is Ice Cold.
I think this is the 2nd time we're going to see Ice Cold starting.
I think he started the first jam
yes,
for second
right.
half right over B-side.
Been very effective, so I don't blame him trying to get this one in there too.
And here we go. Both jammers coming back to the pack. They went all the way to the pivot line to start off. And to the inside, Ice Cold didn't quite clear it. Going to reset.
Neither did Control Alt Defeat. Both jammers getting knocked up, and Control Alt Defeat having slightly superior position in that knockout. We were able to remain at the front. Ice Cold, however, able to get a running start to pick up Lee Jammers does after an apex jump.
Feet able to get around the outside to complete her initial scoring pass, but not legally. Track cut is the call. So a power jam now for B-side.
B-side recognizing that, getting a few points, calling it off.
So they'll get the power start coming up here on jam number 7.
2 more points picked up by B-side for a score of 2-2-2.
And they will send out Misty Maven for the jam start here for B-side on the power start.
2-2-2 is also a palindrome.
2-2-2. You're making me drink all my water, Nikki.
But it's good for you.
Hey, I'm hydrating. I can't complain.
It's true. I need to hydrate more.
There you go. There we go. Misty Maven on the power start. Takes from the corner of the jam line. Moving forward. B-side playing a little bit of passive O for a second. Now trying to break up the wall a little bit. Misty Maven to the inside. Finds the gap. Picks up lead.
Coming around looking for some points here. Control Alt Defeat still sitting in the penalty box here.
And to the outside, Misty Maven again with the spin move. Completes the scoring pass this time for 4 points.
Control Alt Defeat now standing in the penalty box here, anticipating the arrival of Control Alt Defeat. B-side setting up at that defensive tripod, giving one offense up there to try and help Misty Maven a little bit. Oof.
Oh, big bump out, courtesy of Stretch Armstrong. Putting feet out all the way into the infield. I'm going to force the reset. Meanwhile, we have a scoring pass for Misty Maven, another 4 points.
Kindle Fairies reminded me to drink my water, but also everyone drink your water.
Everyone drink your water.
Yes, be hydrated. And so you can be like Misty Maven as she just slips on through there to pick up 4 more points in favor of B-side here. Looks like a star pass
It was trying to be at least. Yeah, I think it was to Bourbon. Yes, Bourbon takes over as jammer for Florida.
Bourbon has taken the most star passes, I believe, out of any pivot in this game for either side here. So well done to Bourbon for being game to take that star. I'm not going to lie. It's only happened like once or twice, but I've been the pivot and I've just like pretended not to notice. This is early.
I don't see you. I don't see you.
This is earlier in my derby career, but it was kind of like if I just turn my back to you, it counts.
If I can't see you trying to give me the star, you can't give me the star.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I don't do that now. I don't do that now.
No.
And I only did it like twice.
Here we go. We have Alex Storm with the star for B-side. Sinner is the Florida jammer.
Oops. Alex Storm slipping a little bit, but still able to get up and pass everyone while upright to pick up lead jammer status.
Meanwhile, Sinner tangled up, trying to spin her way through.
Was hit out of bounds, but not quite as soon as Spin Diesel thought that she was. He thought he had the run back with that. Look,
Alex Storm came in pretty hot there, but able to go through on the inside and complete the pass for 4.
Yes, 4 points in favor of Alex Storm and B-side here. Meanwhile, we see a big offense coming in the form of a push-up happening in the form of the pivot from B-side. I don't fall like that.
You know how plank mid-game here is not cool. We had a planking contest yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
At halftime.
Contest for penalties, unfortunately. Alex Storm going to be sent.
Cut.
Yep, cut track on. Going to have him taking a seat in that Hampton and Sweets penalty box
there
here.
There we go. Power jam for Team Florida.
Power jam for Team Florida. I do believe I saw the star come off the helmet of Sinner. Oh, no, I did not.
Nope, Sinner's in there with the star on helmet, mid-pack, trying to fight through the inside. Now, takes a bump in the middle of that pack. 2-2-1 Yeti with the lick.
And with the penalty, unfortunately, I'm curious how many penalties that Yeti may have. She has been getting a lot.
That was actually on Florida. So that was a Florida skater that came around for the penalty. I didn't see, Yeti's still in play.
Oh. We also don't have a penalty sheet either.
No.
We do have Alex Storm back here on the track and another Team Florida blocker racing around for that Hampton and Sweets penalty box. Sinner now with the star in hand. Ooh.
Whistle in the pack, looking for a job. There's a track cut call on Sinner. It is. It is a track cut call. So we're going to have a power jam now. Reversal of fortune in favor of B-side. And Alex Storm is through for 4 points now on the power. Oh, no.
Alex Storm now with
jammer swap coming up here. So
yes. Man.
Sit your jammer do-si-do. Sit down, and the next one goes.
And there she goes. Sinner putting that Gator star back on her head and heading back out into the fray. No, I don't need you. The jam's over.
We knew the time was coming, so it's about to run out. We're fine. And a team timeout going to be called here by Florida. That is going to be one of our 888 team timeouts. 888, the certified sweat saver, developed, tested, and trusted by the best.
Tiffy Twister says that they've had pivots tell them no.
No, I am not.
Try to hand over the star. Just get that.
No.
Tenacious D says, I just reluctantly take the star and tell the coach lower your expectations.
That would be me. I would tell people, lower your expectations when you give me anything to do.
Yeah, basically, it's like, I'm doing it, but I didn't say well.
Let's thank some of our crew-level sponsors here for Y'all Stars this weekend. RES Contractors, Collectivum Sports, Sacred Roller Skate Supply, Comprehensive Healing Solutions, Ortho Louisiana, Bont, Crash Course, Gulf South LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all so much for your support of Y'all Stars this weekend.
And happy birthday to Chrissy Crash.
Happy birthday, Chrissy Crash. Of course, we're famous of Crash Course. We've been talking about Crash Course all the past day and a half or a day and 3/4 of Y'all Stars. So we'll be talking about the remainder of the Y'all Stars as well, because Chrissy's a great sponsor with the Crash Course program.
Blazin26 in the chats want to show us all up by saying, I'm always ready for a pass. Well, good for you.
I am happy. You can take any
there you go.
If I have ever offered a jammer star, which will be never. You can have it.
Exactly. All right. Looks like we're going to be getting back into it after this team timeout with Dill Pickle on the line going up against for B-side. I think
that is Sparky. You are correct. Here we go.
Sparky has a spark to her as she jumps through for lead jammer right on that
Spark
inside.
Right off the line, took all the way through, wide open inside lane.
She took off like I would if a spark landed on me. Ooh, big hit there.
Taking a spill to the inside is Sparky, going to get back up and reset. Meanwhile, Dill going to reset, going to get drawn back all the way back, courtesy of 55 for B-side Blint.
Oh yeah, Blint with that big, huge drawback and able to stay in bounds, dodging that hit to allow Sparky to get through and pick up those first 4 points of the Jam 4 B-side. Dill Pickle, meanwhile, has taken the star off head and is going to probably be looking for Bourbon in a sec, but Bourbon is a little bit busy right now trying to contain Sparky.
And Bourbon's a good bit away, too. It's trying to bridge the pack there for Florida as Sparky able to break through for 4 points.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Bourbon has not taken the star in hand.
Not yet.
Bourbon has the star in hand, now looking to break through.
Yeah, Dill Pickle up there trying to provide a little bit of offense, and last second, excellently
nice.
Big hit right there.
That was
Sparky.
awesome. That was Lemonade coming up to try to help out Bourbon in front as well.
Well done. Oh my goodness, there's Sparky trying to find the way through, but instead being hit all the way around that officiating crew on the inside, deciding to call it off as Bourbon puts on the star.
So another 4-point pass for B-side, 8 in the jam in total. No, sorry, 12 in the jam in total. 2:58 is their score. Florida at 31. We're at 14 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in our second period. Again, this is our first open division game of the weekend here at Y'all Stars. As you can see on your monitor, B-side is in the red and black, and Florida is in the black and blue. Blue and black, I guess, for majority color. Blue and white and black.
I have no idea. It's very red, white, and bluey out there.
It is.
Indeed. So
it's
we're going
patriotic. Abby Normal is the jammer for Florida, but leading through in jammer for B-side is going to be 32. That is Ice Cold as lead jammer.
Jackie Daniels working up with a pivot there to hold on to Abby Normal, but Abby Normal's quickly able to scritch back in there right in the pivot line area, but Ice Cold also able to find a tiny little margin to get through, picking up 4 points in favor of B-side. Oop.
Abby Normal almost went down. Very nice way to stay up. And meanwhile, literally just stepped all the way through. Ice Cold just ran through the middle of the pack right there. I don't think a wheel touched the ground for a second.
No, it was like the switch foot.
It was.
Oh, wow.
The switch foot.
I was talking about that yesterday. Sorry, guys.
Trending.
Trending dances. Abby Normal here, unfortunately, the unfortunate trend of being held up behind B-side's defense. And again, a very tremendous defense indeed. Abby Normal doing her damnedest to get through here as Ice Cold's coming around looking for some points.
Back right in the entrance of turn number 3. We're seeing a lot of jammer recycling here as Ice Cold going to get brought back all the way into the turn 2 exit, courtesy of a Coco Fry.
Ooh, Abby Normal looking a little bit worse for wear. They're coming out finally with star in hand, but got a bit of a smile on her face just to show that she's still here and in the game.
Right.
If not a little bit tired, and that's okay.
It's okay. We're late in this game. We still got a lot of time to go, though. 12 minutes, 23 seconds.
She needs to rest up, though, because she has no idea her brain's about to be put into a giant 8-foot-long gorilla. I promise you guys this is the last game that I'm on the mic for today.
273-31, B-side with the lead over Florida.
If they're able to do it, would B-side be the first team of the tournament so far to pass the triple century mark?
I believe they would be. I don't think anybody has gotten that far up yet. Misty Maven trying to add to that total right here. So they're picking up lead jammer for B-side here.
May be able to, because unfortunately Control-Alt-Defeat taking a massive smash into the inside, and fortunately I hear the floor is dusty, so taking a bit of a spill. Yeah. Misty Maven, however, not spilling a drop of that tea. She comes in to find some points, but Florida seems to have her number a little bit better this time.
Misty kind of staying small for a second there, a bit of a pack kind of congealing into each other, but now I was on the outside, able to get back up and skate through and pick up the 4 points. Meanwhile, Control-Alt-Defeat looking in the back of the pack, still trying to find a way to the middle, maybe trying to look to pass that star to Bourbon.
Yeah, Bourbon doing a good job of keeping an eye on her jammer there. Trying to put herself in an advantageous position, but Misty Maven in a slightly more advantageous one, able to come through, picking up 4 more points on behalf of B-side roller derby. Ooh, multi-car pile up there in turn 2 with Bourbon now the possessor of the star.
And Bourbon able to fight through after B-side kind of went back a little bit to play a little bit of offense.
Yeah, Bourbon caught a falling star and put it on her helmet. Just as we see Misty Maven calling off the jam, having picked up 12 points. Or is it a full 16? I'm not quite sure.
We're going to wait for a second. It looks like it might be 12.
It might be 12 here still. So, either way.
285-31. That's your score. B-side with the lead over Team Florida. We're almost at 10.5 minutes left to go in our game. And it looks like Alex Storm will be wearing the star for B-side. Dill Pickle again will be towing the line for Team Florida.
Jam is on, and it looks like for this time we have, at least for the time being, we have the Hampton Inn & Suites penalty box free of reservations. But Alex Storm has no reservations about plowing through that inside line to pick up the jammer status. Meanwhile, Dill Pickle still fighting, but has taken the star off and can quickly hand it off if needed to Coco Fry.
Dill Pickle taking a spill in turn 1 on the outfield. Gonna have to reset all the way back. That was a big hit.
Alex Storm taking advantage of the confusion to get in here and pick up 4 more points on behalf of B-Side Roller Derby as we see Dill Pickle lining up for another smash into the B-Side tripod.
And Dill with the helmet cover in hand, so maybe trying to stash. I'm not sure if they want to try to get up there to pass it over to Coco Fry, who's the pivot.
Unfortunately, Coco Fry is really busy doing some excellent one-on-one blocking against Alex Storm.
For a second, she was. Now she goes back there to try to assist Dill for a second, but
both forced out of bounds.
They did not complete it yet, so both are out of bounds, so both have to reset.
Yes, and we see Alex Storm approaching right there on that jammer line, getting ready to block again, to pick up a few more points here. 12 points so far now picked up by Alex Storm B-Side, 3 points away from that double century mark.
And I think the tar has been passed to Coco Fry.
Coco Fry with a fresh set of legs now trying to fight through that B-Side defense at the front. Alex Storm stepping over that inside line to pick up another 4 points. Now B-Side with 301 points.
Still a tight-knit pack here in turn 1. As Coco Fry trying to kind of take a second to get through there. It does find an opening, does skate through for the initial pass, but Alex Storm still putting the points up. 4 more in the air, and the jam is done.
Very well done there for B-Side. 20 points put up on the scoreboard, and so far, I think in the tournament, the highest scoring team.
I believe so. We still have a lot of tournament to go, though, Nikki, so we'll see if anybody can match that or beat it. So we got a lot more opportunities for that as we go.
I'm hopeful. I'm actually hopeful. No, that's a lie. I hope that the games are lower scoring but more intense.
Looks like we have Sparky with the star for B-Side.
And I believe that's Sinner.
It is Sinner. Sparky and Sinner, our double S jammers again.
Sparky and Sinner sitting on the line.
Sparky knocked to the infield, gonna have to reset. And now Sinner up front. Sinner able to break through and pick up lead for Florida.
Well done here. We now see Sparky with star in hand, not needing their pivot as they're able to find the way out of the pack. Sinner coming in and looking to find her way into some points. Sprints up that.
There we go.
Beautiful jump and sprinting up that inside line for 4 points in favor of Team Florida.
It's a good jam so far here for Florida. Sinner trying to put some more points on the board. Sparky, meanwhile, sledding in the front of that pack. Nice blocking by Lemonade.
Ooh, big hit out there. Going to force the recycle all the way back on Sparky as Sinner is now back in the pack and trying to score against B-Side.
And to the outside, 1 blocker to get by. Does so. Picks up the completed scoring pass for now an 8-point jam in favor of Team Florida. Whistle in the pack, direction of gameplay penalty assessed to B-Side. Meanwhile, Sparky makes it through for a scoring pass, 4 points.
Oh, wow. Really, really well done there by...
Big hit there. Very nicely done. Blint taking Sinner out in turn number 1, but forces the call off from the ground. But now for 2 more points on the pass.
I think Sinner went into the stands for almost into the stands. Outside of that ref lane boundary for sure.
10-point jam there for Florida. Now they're up to 41. 4-point jam for B-Side. 3:09 is their score. Just under 7 minutes left on our game clock.
Whew, I've needed to catch my breath a few times because I've just been gasping and yelping from all the crazy big hits and jumps and spins and twists and backwards skating. It's very impressive.
Off we roll here. We have Abby Normal jamming for Florida. And, Ice Cold. We started to. They rolled backwards.
There we go.
They rolled backwards, so that counts.
That's true.
You know, the wheels were rolling,
it's
so
true.
It fits.
Ice Cold was rolling backwards again as he was recycled back. Meanwhile, we see Abby Normal trying to push through 1 more blocker at the front. Now 2, and unfortunately now 3.
Ice Cold getting reset back behind the jam line. A high block assessed to Team Florida in the pack. Abby Normal trying to stay inbounds, not quite able to do it. Track cut is the call, so Ice Cold now going to be on a power jam.
And has just completed that initial pass and picked up lead jammer status.
So the pack now in turn 2 when Ice Cold approaches, looking for points this time.
That tripod of remaining Florida blockers trying to outrace the B-Side blockers, but B-Side just a little bit too fast and able to clear that inside line for Ice Cold to come sweeping on through.
Pack trying to kind of come together now as Ice Cold looking for some more points on the inside, finds that open seam, dances through, picks up the 4.
Abby Normal now back on the tracks, coming around and looking for some help from her blockers who are waiting her arrival, but they may have to drop in a second, try to play some defense against Ice Cold.
And Conjure Pad there. I see a penalty in the pack. It's like it was a high block call assessed to someone. Looks like it's going to be, I believe, to Ice Cold.
So Abby Normal now in possession of a power jam in favor of Team Florida.
And now a out-of-play block, I believe, or a destruction of pack penalty assessed to Florida.
A little bit of movement here as we see the star being passed to Reverse Cowgirl, who now has the star and is unfortunately having to go backwards, as the name indicates, having been hit out of bounds by the B-side defensive contingency.
I believe this is Cowgirl's first time taking the star in any form of the game.
I do believe so. Reverse Cowgirl taking another hit to the outside there as the jam comes to its natural conclusion.
A couple of points there for B-side at the end of that, so it's like a 10-point jam for them. They'll be at 319. Florida still at 41. Just under 4.5 minutes left to go.
I want to read Carnage 410's comment here because it is, when your friends don't text you back because they're in this chat instead, and they tag Tenacious D.
Ooh,
Oops.
Burn.
Ooh, burn.
You want some ice for that burn? Because that was bad.
We could have asked Ice Cold to come and provide it. Is
There
this an
we
OR?
go.
Okay.
We have a, I believe so. It's at least an official timeout. So that'll stop our game clock at 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That'll give me a second to talk about one of our great sponsors here. Let's talk about AmeriHealth Caritas, Louisiana. They help people get care, stay well, and build healthy communities. Their Medicaid plan offers a wide range of benefits to best meet your health needs and those of your family. To learn more about AmeriHealth Caritas, Louisiana, visit care4la.com.
I noticed something. We haven't had very much track repair.
We have not. This track is holding up very well, but we also have a awesome crew of volunteers who have laid this track down and who have been managing it. All of our volunteers this weekend have been doing an amazing job for y'all stars. We thank all of them for all their hard work. Last year, not this time, but last year by the end of Y'all Stars, if you remember, Nikki, we kind of had that rainbow track going on.
Oh my gosh. It was actually kind of interesting. Just because you could track the progress over the days, because each day was a different color.
I mean, it was pretty cool to see those. You don't really see that very often. So you're like, at the end of the weekend, you're like, wow, the track's really rainbow. I like that. It's really cool.
Wasn't intentional, but it did end up looking cool.
Yeah, here we go. Ice Cold and Dill Pickle are your jammers here in jam number 15.
Ooh, almost being able to dodge that hit from Blint, but not quite. So we're going to have the recycle on Dill Pickle. Meanwhile, we have the escape of Ice Cold to pick up the jammer status.
Dill Pickle's still stuck, but they're trying to find an inside lane and banging against the B-side blockers. Takes the hit. Now it looks like it'll be possibly a penalty.
Penalty.
Yep. It's a illegal contact. I think it was an out of bounds contact. Maybe.
I think so. On Dill Pickle.
Out of play contact against Dill Pickle. Regardless, now a back block penalty assessed to B-side. So now a power jam here for B-side as Ice Cold returns to the back of the pack and hops through on the inside. Takes the pass for 4 points.
Ice Cold looking to bench for a second, but not seeing that cue to call it off, continues to go around as we see Dill Pickle standing in that Hampton Inn & Suites penalty box.
Pack starts to move a little bit. B-side rushes it a little bit to help Ice Cold find a little better passage through. Gets knocked to the outfield. Going to decide the discretion is a better best out of valor. I'm going to call it off. I'm not going to skate anymore. I'm just going to stop it.
Yeah, I'm done now.
I'm done. Let's just reset and do it over again. What's that?
Tenacious D has responded by asking Carnage how they're going to call them out like that.
This might end up being a thing now for the next 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
It might just be. We're going to see another thing that's happening is Misty Maven is standing there on the jamming line wearing the star for B-side, and someone perfectly hidden by Lenzo is jamming for Florida. I'm so sorry. Control-Alt-Defeat.
That's feet, yep.
Yes, so it is.
Everybody's having to go backwards for a second here behind the jam line, so because that makes total sense to do in Derby. You're going in a non-Derby direction. All right, Misty Maven through and lead.
A little bit of offense trying to help out Feet by trying to hold off Jackie Daniels, a very ambitious thing to try, but Misty Maven is going to try and get around Florida's defense after being knocked to the inside and being recycled back here by Disaster Chief.
Feet is just working so hard against that B-side front wall. They just keep reforming. Every time Feet thinks they have a second and bumps around, just another reformation of the wall.
It was also very impressive how they managed to keep the Feet in bounds. Those are some very intense pushes and hits. Feet now coming in eligible to score, but the jam is called off before they're able to pick up any points. They were very close there.
So, yeah, 4 points there for B-side. That'll give them now 3:33. Florida still at 41, a minute and 25 to go. So we're ticking down to the end of the game here. Remember, after this one, we have our second Open Division game. Then followed by our first juniors game of the weekend. They'll round us out here on day 2 at Y'all Stars. It's been an exciting day, some really great action, as we had yesterday as well, and as we will also have Saturday and Sunday.
Indeed. We have Sinner on the line and Alex Storm, a pairing we've seen before. Alex Storm immediately rushing up to the front. Oh no, cut track going to be called on Sinner, so it's going to be lead jammer and power jam for Alex Storm. Tenacious D also want to know if anyone else has been in the chat all day, and Ballsy8 says yes, but we take breaks to respond to our friends.
Wow.
Ouch.
This is getting a little tense there in the chat. I don't know. We don't even know there's intensity in the chat. We're supposed to be happy and having fun here, y'all. Come on.
This chat is very on fire, as is Alex Storm here now so far with 4 points in this jam. 1 more to beat at the front to pick up those next 4. 8 so far for B-side, as we see Sinner just now released from the penalty box.
And now tries to go to the outside. Very nice work. Oh, keeps it in bounds. Nice footwork by Sinner. Unfortunately, couldn't stay in bounds after that hit.
No, that one I think was just asking a little bit too much to stay.
And that was Spin Diesel with the knockout there, going to force the reset back in turn 1. And now Alex Storm again looking for points. And now almost stepped it there. Tried to stay upright on the toe stops. Didn't quite work, but now able to keep on going. Oh, no, a track cut. A track cut assessed to Alex Storm.
No,
so now
it was a multiplayer. Another multiplayer.
Wow. Okay, so it's going to be a power jam for Florida. Initial pass has been completed by Sinner, so now scoring eligible. And this is going to be our last jam of the game.
This is. We are now running only in jam time with 30 seconds left here on the clock and no lead.
So Sinner now working to the inside, trying to dig in deep to find a solution to the B-side defense. Now going to get reset back in the turn 3 entrance. A little further back than that, actually, in the back stretch.
B-side refusing to allow any movement here, and now Alex Storm has been released from the penalty box and is coming around trying to pick up some speed.
Trying to rotate to the pack. Oh, does scoop through in the outside low. Picks up the full 4-point pass. Nicely done.
Well done there.
Wow.
Currently an unofficial score, we're sitting at 347 points to B-side and 45 to Florida. Really, really well done here by both teams. Excellent performances from both.
Yes, very fun game to watch too. Very fun game to announce as well. We're going to wait for our score to be officially made official by our awesome officials.
Yes, we absolutely need to do that.
Once that whistle blows, and we will know we are final. All right, that is our final. We are final in our first Open Division game here at Y'all Stars 2024. B-side taking the victory over Team Florida, 347 to 45. Again, a very fun game, Nikki. We had a blast calling it. We hope y'all enjoyed watching it wherever you may be in the Derbyverse.
We hope so.
Remember to stick around. Our next game coming up, our second Open Division game, Chicago Roller Derby against Trans Roller United.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. So come back in about 15-ish or so minutes, and we'll see you there at the Y'all Star Southern Skate Showdown in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
See ya.